Hello and welcome to another episode of the Classical Republican. Today we are reviewing the Idaho GOP platform. Now I'm just going to go through some of it. I'm going to name the sections so you guys can follow along online. This is from 2020. Well, it's actually no, 2020. But it's actually older than that because it wasn't approved at the last. I mean, it was approved, but it wasn't altered at the last convention. So, Article 1, Section 2, G, it says abolish inheritance tax. Now, we should have tax on inherited capital, but not on personal items like homes that people live in. Even money should not be taxed. Only the means of production. And for examples of this in classical republicanism, we can see the writings of Noah Webster. See my videos on him, and also early state laws in the early American Republic that had a lot of I guess you could say, redistribution with inheritance. Article 1, Section 3C. It says repeal the 17th Amendment. And I guess that's a classical Republican. I am in favor of this, though it's not very popular. It's really not popular among anybody, really, in Idaho. I did a survey, and it's really not popular. And I have a video on this coming out. If it's not already out. Now I think you should have more of this type of classical republicanism. You should include state legislatures choosing the presidential electors rather than the parties. And also enlarging the House of Representatives. We need to enlarge the House of Representatives of the United States Congress, and also I would say of a lot of the states, except New Hampshire. They have a really good distinction between their House and Senate. So I have a video on that too. Article 1, Section 4, the dollar. It says that the dollar needs to be backed by gold and silver. I think Noah Webster would be very happy about that. Article 1, Section 5E, no term limits. So I'm a little, yeah, I mean, we've seen term limits do bad things to places like California. But I do believe we should have term limits, but only the kind that allow for retention of institutional knowledge. And it actually says that that they want to have no term limits in order to preserve the institutional knowledge. But that can be done if you have the kind of term limits where you have to just get out for a certain amount of time rather than just ending your political career. So they do that in some states. And I think those are good types of term limits. There are bad types of term limits, like they have in California, where you just have to, you're done. You're done for the rest of your life once you've served. But yeah, so I think you should be able to, definitely take a break, and then if the people want you, come back, run again. That's that retains the institutional knowledge. Article 1, Section 6A, oppose any attempts to modify the Electoral College. I actually think that we should alter it to go back to what the founders intended. So, yeah, I don't think we should, that's a truly conservative perspective, rather than going with, staying with the change that we have had for quite a while. Article 3, education. Education is important for achieving equality in a republic. I think it should say something about that. It really just talks about choice and all the different options, and supporting parochial schools and stuff like that. We should have options, but I think if you're going to have it in your platform, you need to say education is important because it helps to promote equality in a very good way. Article 4 is on agriculture, and yes, we need to be supporting agriculture. The Agricole Respublique is something very classically Republican. So yeah, I could do a whole video on that. I haven't yet, but yeah, support agriculture. Article 5, water, talks about the first in time, first in right rule. But we have groundwater users, and they kind of mess that up. So we have something called the recharge, and the recharge is where everybody is just working together. It mentions the recharge, but the recharge it's not about individuals. It's about everybody, every organization, from water users to canal companies to water districts, all working together to not all, water users, say like farmers and recreations and like subdivisions that use canal water. So it's really important that everybody works together on that, and we've been doing a pretty good job on that. Then we have Article 12, the economy, and in Section 3 it talks about labor, but we should also support unions. And I'm not saying we need to support big labor or anything like that, but we need to support the unions, or the idea of unions, and union organization in the workplace, so people can organize to not be dominated by employers, and maybe have something in there about unions have done a lot of bad things in the late 20th century, but unions are still necessary, and big unions who are large and impersonal and non-democratic, are say something about that, but then have make sure that the right to organize is unfettered. So this has been my classically Republican analysis on the Idaho GOP platform. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments, and please like and subscribe and share, and long live the Republic.